EXD stage. Show what looks like a pop concert in medieval times. A puppet that resembles a beautiful little girl is singing and dancing on stage for an audience of children. Megan singing, and that is my story that I have to tell. Mothers and fathers will just come in and yell, so I threw Mile in a ditch and now I am rich. The audience cheers. Cut to INT Tartarus. Said that is sitting on his throne in Tartarus. Fire is everywhere and everything is on fire. Said it, thinking that lost the evil she is the Illuminati's puppet. I have been keeping tabs on 10 legendary treasures. If anything, they did not create her this girl's status, as a muse was most likely the cause of her gaining sentience, and the Illuminati gained control of her by using the marionette master. I have been keeping my eyes on 10 legendary treasures ever since that day 1,000 years ago. I have been planning and waiting for this day to come, and soon I will finally get my revenge. Only a couple more hours left. Begin flashback. Fade in. EXD Temple of Delphi 1,000 years ago day. Said that voiceover, I was a different god back then. Hates thinking Dawn you heirs. I should have known that you would do something like this once or more likely I do what must be done. I'm going to kill you for every single crime that thou had ever committed in the name of war. A cell in Tartarus is far too good for you or Zeus. There's enters with holding in his arms nymph tied up. Hates Ares. You son of a bitch. There's puts nymph down. Hates livid. There's you piece of shit. If you hurt her, so help me. There's save your threats for when we face Zeus. Hates livid. Why you worthless, disrespectful piece of garbage. Hates walks right up to Ares and punches him right in the face. There's okay, I will admit that I deserved that. Hates screaming in anger. You deserve more than that. We are the only ones left. Apollo, Hera, Poseidon, Aphrodite, Hermes, Demeter, Artemis, Hephaestus, and Dionysus were all killed before you took off. I barely escaped, and until now I thought that Zeus had slain Athena too. There's you are welcome for that, but now I have a plan to create the ultimate weapon against the High Father of Mount Olympus. Hates no, from this point forward we do things my way. There's quickly points his left arm towards Hates and sends him flying into a wall with a silent wave of invisible energy. Worn out from the battle with Zeus, Hates lands on the floor unconscious. There's thinking now I'd awake nymph with a little something that I got from Aphrodite, and by that what I really mean to say is that it is something that I from Aphrodite, thinks sis. There's props up both nymph and Hades, so that they are facing each other, then walks back. As Zeus continues to walk backwards, he pulls out a pink bottle which he throws at nymph. There's then disappears. The pink bottle breaks on nymph's head, waking her up. Starts showing things through nymph point of view. Nymph wakes up with the first thing that she sees being Hades' unconscious body. Stop showing things through nymph's point of view. Nymph falls insanely in love with Hades. Nymph insanely in love with Hades. Cut to EXD Dallas 1,000 years ago, 6 months later day. With us searching for Hades is searching for us in the mortal world. Hades thinking nymph's about to give birth. After she went insane, there's I'm going to kill you. A sword-wielding angel swoops down from the sky and attacks Hades. Hades sarcastically, great, as if I didn't have enough problems. Hades and the angel are about to face off. Hades, what in the world are you, some kind of magically overgrown cherub? and named Angel number 1. I'm an angel and I have been sent here to vanquish a great evil. Hey, sorry, but I've already got dibs on the god that you once dead. Hate's pulling out his trident, so go back wherever you came from, before I decide to roost your carcass. And named Angel number 1, you are the great evil that my lord has sent me to vanquish. There is one god and only one god. Hate's thinking, okay, so he's one of Zeus' fowlers. And named Angel number 1 flies down to attack Hades. And named Angel number 1 swings his sword, but Hades blocks it with his trident. Hades quickly slams and named Angel number 1 in the stomach using his trident. Hades' trident begins to glow and then he uses it to fire an energy blast at a named Angel number 1 that sent him flying backwards. And named Angel number 1 hits on the ground, dropping his sword. Hades considered that mercy, as the dark god of justice. I'm willing to end this now, only because I have bigger fish to fry. And named Angel number 1 gets up and picks up his sword. And named Angel number 1 never spawn of the devil. And named Angel number 1 flies directly at Hades with killer intent. Hades throws his trident at the named Angel number 1. Hades' trident impales and named Angel number 1. Hades points his arm out reaching for his trident. Hades, alright man, Cheryl, I offered you the means to get out of this alive, but you have left me no choice. Hades' trident begins to levitate and spin. And named Angel number 1 gets up. Hades' trident flies through and named Angel number 1, cutting him in half straight down the middle. Both unnamed Angel number 1's left and right half land on the ground. Hades thinking, okay, I have to change my strategy. If Zeus' force have finally found me, then there is only one place that I can go where I would have the home field advantage. And named Angels number 2, number 3, number 4 and number 5 fly down. Hades screaming in anger, this is not what I need. But if you want to fight. Hades' first portal is a few steps northwest and the second portal is a few steps southwest of where Hades is standing. Angle on the portals. Hades tears open 2 portals to the underworld. Hades screaming in anger, then, by all means go through the portal, if you want to die. Hades tears jumps through the first portal. Cut to EXT Underworld 1000 years ago day. Hades thinking, why do I get the feeling that those monsters are suicidal? And named Angels 2, 3, 4 and 5 fly down. And named Angel number 4, this is your end, Satan. Hades, Satan, I think you have confused me with another. And named Angel number 3, the Lord God has sent us to vanquish you. Hades, I'm not the Satan guy, but I'd rather kill you than let this murder spree continue. Hades stares down the unnamed angels. Hades pulling out his trident, prepare for your intimate destruction. The unnamed angels fly down to attack Hades. The unnamed angels crash into Hades, flying him into a mountain. Hades thinking, I never tried this before, but now's the best time to give my version of one of my brother Neptune's tricks a good old-fashioned test run. Hades raises his trident into the air and it begins to emit electricity. Hades' trident then creates an electric force field that repels the unnamed angels. Unnamed angels number 4 and number 5 are sent into the ground as debris from the damage done to the underworld mountain falls on them. Unnamed angels number 2 and number 3 are just sent into the ground. Hades jumps off of the underworld mountain while inside of the electric force field created by his trident. Hades screaming in anger. Okay, you cherub monsters, prepare to feel the pain of two of the evil rivers of the underworld. Hades lands on the ground, and as the electric force field created by his trident disappears, he raises it into the air and fires a bolt of electricity. The bolt of electricity flies into the air and splits into 5 directions. The unnamed angels get up and fly directly at Hades. When suddenly 4 hurricanes made of both lightning and water strike the 4 unnamed angels. Hades, like I said, you monsters will now experience the pain of the 5 evil rivers of the underworld. Strikes the river of pain. Show the unnamed angels in great pain. Angle on the unnamed angels. Unnamed angels screaming in unison at Hades, thinking I need them dry for what I have prepared next. Hades swings his trident like a giant fan to create a massive gust of wind that sends the unnamed angels flying backwards. EXT Fledgethan Day. A giant electrical sphere appears in the flames of the river Fledgethan. EXT Underworld 1000 years ago day. Hades runs north as the unnamed angels get up and fly after him. Show the unnamed angels chasing Hades through an overhead view. Angle on the unnamed angels. Unnamed angel number 2, you shall not escape, devil. Hades stops running and jumps backwards. Hades, who says I was running? A giant electric cube made of fire comes crashing down on top of the unnamed angels. Show the unnamed angels being burnt alive. Angle on the unnamed angels. Unnamed angels screaming in unison at the electricity disappeared from cube of fire. The cube of fire flickers out. Show that the bodies of the unnamed angels had been vaporized, as they now appear as ghosts. Unnamed angel number 3, what has happened? Hades, you lost, and now the 4 of you will spend the 8,000 years in Tartarus. The ghosts of the unnamed angels begin to glow. Hades screaming in anger, begone monstrosities. The ghosts of the unnamed angels disappear. Cut to INT Underworld Tartarus 1000 years ago day. Show the ghosts of the unnamed angels imprisoned in Tartarus. INT Underworld outside Tartarus 1000 years ago day. Show Tartarus form a bird's eye view. Unnamed angels screaming in unison at EXT Mount Olympus 1000 years ago day. Show Zeus holding Hades by breastplate, about to kill him. Zeus, behold, denizens of heaven, as I, the Lord your God, send this devilish abomination back to hell where he belongs. Angels screaming in unison parse the Lord. Zeus, yes, my creations, I shall send this devil from heaven. Hades, Zeus, you bastard, this is Mount Olympus, how dare you rename it? Hades coughs up blood. Zeus' hand is covered by electricity. Zeus sends his hand through Hades' chest, kill him. Zeus throws Hades' corpse off of Mount Olympus. INT Underworld Tartarus 1000 years ago day. Hades' corpse crashes into Tartarus. Cut to INT Mount Olympus 1000 years ago prison cell day. Show nymph holding baby Sedat in her arms. Baby Sedat looks up at nymph with glowing eyes. Nymph screaming in terror at EXT Mount Olympus 1000 years ago day. Show the prison cell holding nymph and baby Sedat explodes. Sedat voiceover, the only good thing about that time was the fact that I killed nymph and got out of there. While that was going on, that blockhead Zeus was giving Hades a public excitation to pump up his massive ego, that and the fact that he assumed that I was dead, so he never bothered to look for me. End flashback. int Tartarus. Said that is sitting on his throne in Tartarus. Said that thinking today is the alignment of evil. When the planets align and the sun eclipses the moon, I will be able to escape Tartarus for the first time in the last 1,000 years. Said that gets up off of his throne. Said it thinking, but it's in my best interests that I can do everything in my power to obtain anything that can get rid of the 5-day time limit that the alignment of evil gives me. EXT England. Prince Valin's castle 2 days ago night. Prince Valin Wickham prepares to rescue Princess Galeen Palance. Advisory, Your Highness, have you considered sending one of your knights to accomplish such a task? Valin, no, because of who kidnapped her. This is a personal matter. Advisor, then do what you must. Diana Norris dances up to Prince Valin Wickham and his advisor. Diana, wait, I cannot let you go alone. Diana Norris strikes a pose. Diana, as dramatic as possible, for you would die or boredom. Advisor, sire, do you truly wish to allow the royal fool to accompany you? Valin, as a gentleman, I cannot deign the request of a lady. Advisor, well then, God on you, sire, it's a 2-day journey. Prince Valin Wickham and Jesteress Diana Norris are riding Valin's horse on his quest to rescue Princess Galeen Palance. EXT England, day. Said that appears in a burst of flames. Said it thinking the stone of night and day, if I can find that, I can find a way to gather the 10 legendary treasures and escape Tartarus permanently. A group of villagers enter. The villagers scream, flee in terror. INT England. Antique shop day. Said that enters. The shop clerk is terrified. Said that to the shop clerk, you mortal, hand over any antiques you have from the Greek era. Shop clerk screaming in terror at. The shop clerk runs out of the antique store. Said that looks around and sees a painting of Dante's Inferno. Said that screaming in anger, Zeus, you rotten scum-eating bastard. In a fit of rage, said that burns the antique store to the ground. EXT England. Outside the antique shop day. Said that emerges from the burning antique store. An angry mob led by a priest shows up to lynch Sadat. Said that leave now, mortals, if I will shish bob all of you. Priest, not today, Satan, or any other. The priest points a crucifix directly into Sadat's face. Priest, the power of Christ compels you, the power of Christ compels you. Sadat, I'm not the Satan character, that ritual will not work on me. Priest, the power of Christ compels you, begone demon and return to hell. Said that livid demon. Priest, begone demon and return to hell. Said that grabs the priest by the shirt and raises him up into the air. Said that screaming in anger, you dare compare me to a mere mortal, I'm a god and you will learn the proper respect. Said that causes the priest by to spatially combust. The angry mob runs screaming. Said it thinking, well now, I know that I have to create a disguise if I'm to find the stone of night and day. Said that looks at the charred skeleton of the priest. Said that thinking, too bad I can't use you as a disguise. Cut to EXT England. Forest and mountains night. Prince Valin Wickham is riding a horse on his quest to rescue Princess Galeen Palance, with Jesteress Diana Norris hugging him. Diana, sire, I have to go to the bathroom. Valin again? Diana, maybe it was something that I drank. Valin, fine, but make it quick. Prince Valin Wickham stops his horse so Jesteress Diana Norris can get off. EXT England. Forest night. Jester's Diana Norris meets with Kirkwood Brainwash. Kirkwood, how much does he know? Diana, he's really smart, he knows a lot. Kirkwood understood. EXT England Forest and Mountains Night. Jester's Diana Norris walks out of the forest. Valen, ready, because I have a quest to complete. Diana, yes, sire. Jester's Diana Norris gets back on the horse with Prince Valen Wickham and they ride off. EXT England Forest and Mountains. 20 minutes later. Night. 7 Illuminati minions jump out ready to kill Valen and Diana. Diana, screaming, "Eee!" Valen stops his horse and gets off it. Valen pulls out by his sword, ready to do battle with the 7 Illuminati minions. Valen, out of my way, demons! I, Prince Valen Wickham of England, am on a quest to rescue precious Princess Colleen Palins. The 7 Illuminati minions attack Valen. Valen, screaming in anger, have at them. Valen beheads one of the Illuminati minion number 3 and impales Illuminati minion number 5. Illuminati minion number 5, fool, you cannot stop her masters. Valen, screaming in anger, silence. Valen cuts Illuminati minion number 5's head off. Illuminati minion number 4 extends a sword out of his wrist and attacks Valen. Illuminati minion number 4 crashes into Valen, sending him backwards through a tree. Illuminati minion number 4 crashes at Valen as he gets up. Valen, thinking this is where I will die? Suddenly a fireball flies through Illuminati minion number 4's chest. Valen, what? Illuminati minion number 2, I say that we end this with a spell of fire staglar area for Wapikavni Fotanmuli. Illuminati minion number 2 just stands there. As his head falls off, his body falls to the ground, showing Mordred standing there. Illuminati minions number 6 and number 7 sprout wings and then fly into the air. Mordred, do you really think that those blades make a difference? Illuminati minion number 6, it's 2 against 1. Blades emerge from the wrists of Illuminati minions number 6 and number 7 and then fly down to attack Mordred. Mordred pulls out his trident. Swinging his trident, once Mordred dismembers Illuminati minions number 6 and number 7. Valen, who are you? Diana, thank you for saving us. Mordred, never mind who I am. After you save your damsel in distress, I want you to look into 2 things: a group called the Illuminati and an artifact from 1,000 years ago called the Stone of Night and Day. Valen, by my honor code, I shall return here the 2 things that you have asked of me right after I rescue Princess Colleen. Mordred, I know you will. This is not the last time our paths will cross. EXT England outside the castle. Night. Prince Valen Wickham and Jester's Diana Norris ride up to the castle. Valen stops his horse. Valen, I have to complete my quest there, Jester's, so get off of my horse and get to safety and wait for me. Diana, yes, sire, I shall wait here. Jester's Diana Norris gets off of the horse. Valen rides off. Mordred, boo. Diana jumps around screaming, "Eee!" Mordred, scared. Diana, scared? I'm never scared, I'm happy. I'm always happy. Mordred, well, you should be, since I know what you did and about you, potential suitor. Diana, with her eyes closed and her arms folded, I don't know what you are talking about, but if you know so much about me, then that means that you want to begin courting. Jester's Diana Norris opens her eyes and notices that Mordred is gone. Diana, me? EXT England outside the castle. Night.